Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It is Friday, my favorite day of the week because it's Friday. There's somebody out there whose favorite day of the week is like Thursday. That's sad. There's gotta be somebody out there. I just like Thursdays. It's, you know, it's not quite my day off. Just another work day. Somebody likes Thursdays. I am above ground and able to take in nourishment. Are you a tree? Are you a plant? Sustenance. I need sustenance. By the way, if you're wondering how the prints went from last stream, we ran out right at the very end. So I had to put some fiber heart high temp nylon at the very end, and it was a little wet, so it's a little stringy, so I have to clean it up, but it should be dry by now because we're going to do some more printing because yeah. So how's everyone doing today? It is Friday again. It's going to be another short stream, just simply for the fact that it is March break and scheduling with, you know, having to watch my son because my wife's got to go to work, and because he's home because he's not in school. Z motor. There we go. That'll work. And then we go over here. Open that up. Day of the week is Tuesday. Perpetual Tuesday. Oof. See, I don't mind. Mondays suck. Honestly, I don't like Tuesdays more than Mondays. When I had a standard job, I found that I hated Tuesdays more than Mondays. Because with Monday, you usually have like all the time from the weekend banked up. Your sleep is banked up, everything's good. Tuesday was always the day I was the most tired. Yeah, I was usually the most tired on Tuesdays, I found. So Mondays were like, yeah, Mondays suck because you got to go back to work. But I found it was Tuesdays that were the days that I'm like, ugh. Because it's like, oh, great, I'm just getting into it now. Every day is Tuesday. Aye, bruv. You got a license for that Tuesday? 11 minutes in, still not logged. Oh, is Bondtech doing there? You can order your stuff now for the pre-orders? Yeah, that's going to be fun. How's it going? Oh, not too bad. I'm still sick. I still have this stupid, I'm still down with the sickness and I don't like it. So, just finding where we were in the manual. Where were we? This stupid head cold. I don't know what is going on. I haven't had a cold like this for so long that just perpetually bleh. So we installed those. That's where we were at. Okay, so we're on to that. Okay. Upload and print. There we go. Should be good. I work 4 days a week, so Thursdays are my Friday. I had a job like that where it was we work 4/10s. I like that. I liked working the 4/10s. So it was Monday to Thursday. You would work like, you know, 10-hour days, 8 to 6 kind of thing, and then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. That I liked. It's only worth it, though, if your lunch is part of those 10 hours. Because then it's 10.5 hours, and then that just makes a long-ass day. You had travel, and you literally lose 4 days. All right. So that is doing that. You hated that? I like the extra time. I like the extra time. Okay. The ant head wristwatch variant assembles in mostly the same way as a stock one. The main difference is the filament runout switches. We will proper installation of these. So I do believe we are doing this version with the runout switches. Do we have the hardware for that, though? That is the question. Because you need springs and balls and all kinds of stuff. So I think we do, because I do see that there. So we got that. I'm going to need some switches. What do we got for switches? Motherboard. Clicky filament switches. Here we go. I'm gonna be blowing my nose throughout the stream. This is like, I don't know what I have right now. I don't know what I have right now. It feels like I'm probably Rudolphing right now. My nose is probably all red. I sound like I'm sick. My nose feels like it's sick, like it's running. Yet there's nothing. It's just like stuffiness. And like, I know there's a flu going around and all that, but I just got over being sick. And now I got this. So I'm like, shit, did I actually get over being sick, or is this just like, the sickness never ends? I do not wish to get down with the sickness. Okay, so one of these is 1 and one of these is 2. Okay, so filament runout. To install filament runout switches, you'll need 2 steel ball bearings that are 5.5 millimeters in diameter. Hey, we got those right there. Is this solder wire? Okay, so we do that. Insert the ball bearings into the switch. And they're held with M210 self-tappers. Sweet. So while I'm looking for these screws, if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament yet, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for that. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And also, shout out to LDO Motors for providing the kit for this build series. If you are interested in getting a kit for yourself, I do have a link to the LDO resellers page on their website. Check it out. And then if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you are really cool, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel. No, we got more than 93. We got 120. It's my early stream time, and it's March break. So it's like completely non-optimal time. Everyone who has kids is parenting. I mean, that's why I have to do short streams, because I gotta do parent shit. Precision triggered prior to motion. Dang it. I got a brushy. Brushy. Alright, main menu. Temperature. Let's bump you up. Let's move you to the middle. We got a brushy. Brushy. There we go. Print Z motor. Print. There we go. Do your thing. It's what you want to do. Okay, back to this. Who takes a break in March? I don't know. Schools. It's March break. So we're gonna do one at the top. Shoot, because they're different length wires. I'm assuming the top one would be the shorter one. So 2 at the top, I guess. That makes the most sense, I think. Does it say here? It's gonna be a shorter path. Yeah, it doesn't really say. I'm assuming the shorter one is the top. That seems to make the most sense. What's ready to open in 2 hours? I get more filament. Oh, you're going there. You're going there physically. Like, it's a website. They're open all the time, unless you're B&H, which are closed on like Saturdays or Sundays. I can't remember. Put put the other one in there so we don't lose it. Okay. So let's see, how are you supposed to that'll work. So I got my tickets to go see Project Hail Mary tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I've heard really good things, and I've got really high hopes about that movie. So here is hoping that they pan out the way that I hope, because I've heard really good things. Okay. Are you still doing this? Are we going to be doing this? Probe triggered prior to movement. You should not be doing this. You are clean. Main menu. Is there like, what are you bumping on? There's nothing to be bumping on. Clean that off. Prime printer, prime print, print, print. Do your thing. It's what you want to do. Okay, I need some filament actually. I need to make sure the switch works. Spider-Man looks good. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks interesting. Should be good. Oh, do you hear the click? Easy peasy. So we're good there. So that's the top one. I'm gonna put the bottom one in. So what is everyone up to this fine morning? What is everyone up to? Anything exciting? We got somebody waiting for West 3D to open. That's more exciting than anything I'm up to today. The new Dune trailer, dude. I am so excited for Dune. For Dune Part 3. Because it's like you're finally gonna figure out Paul is not the good guy. Still doing the stupid sensor thing. Okay, what's going on here? I gotta heat it up. Temperature 260. I gotta. Stupid printer. Week 2 at the new job. Ooh, nice. What you doing? Okay, let's see. Click, click. So let's see, put the filament through, click. There you go, through that hole. There we go. And click. Okay, so both of those work. So we're good there with the sensors. Those both go click, click, click. So we're good there. Well, Paul never turns into a, remember, Paul doesn't turn into the sandworm. For those that have never read the Doom books, they're like, what? Paul doesn't turn into the sandworm. His son does. It's LDO the second, that brings everyone on the golden path. Paul is not the Kwisatz Haderach. He is the one that brings about the Kwisatz Haderach. And somehow I could say that. So we do that. Mounting the extruder. Where's the rest of the extruder manual? Do they not have... oh, okay, I guess there's a different manual for just the extruder. Okay. Spoiler alert, dude. The book came out in the 60s. I'm sorry. The books are older than, like, some boomers. Okay. Okay, so we've put that heat set in. We've done that. We've done that. Now we need to do some building. Throw a party about space. You plan it. Ha 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 ha. Get it? You plan it? Okay. Second book release. Yeah, he released the second book, Messiah, because he released Dune, and everyone's like, oh my god, Paul is such an amazing character. And Frank Herbert's like, you nonce, he is horrible. Let me write another book to tell you how horrible he is, because you didn't get it the first time. So that is basically why Dune Messiah exists. So that he can basically yell at you why Paul is a bad guy. Maybe it's loose a little bit. I'm trying to figure out. It's giving me false positives, which sometimes means that my nozzle is loose. Where's my wrench? I saw it earlier. A little clicky wrench. I saw it earlier. Where'd it go? Where'd my torque wrench go? Just want to double check the nozzle's tight. I hate being sick. This is going to annoy me because I saw it. Oh shoot, it might be downstairs. I'm borrowing. You're borrowing my wrench? Well, give it back. I needs it. It needs it. Huh. I mean, it should be tight. Just trying to figure out why it's giving me false positives on this homing. Is it bad? Brushy, 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 brushy. There we go. I know I played around with the sensitivity settings at one point. Might have to redo it because I think I did an update on it. Okay. So those go into there. MR115s, MR115s. Soylent Green is made out of... So it is funny, if you read the Dune books, or you know, consume the movies and whatnot, or just like watch a YouTube video that explains the plot of the Dune books, it is funny how much of like modern storytelling in sci-fi and fantasy can all be traced back to Dune and Lord of the Rings. Like, if you trace things back to like Dune and Lord of the Rings, those two books, those two series, how much of modern like sci-fi is Dune and how much of modern fantasy is Lord of the Rings? It's like we were watching, me and the wife were watching Delicious in Dungeon, and it's like, oh, we got to fight a dragon. Well, the dragon has a weak point in its scales, and it's like, that's straight out of Lord of the Rings. It's like all dragons have weak points from a weak scale because Lord of the Rings. Guild navigators? Apparently we are. Put in a ring and don't forget the lube. We gotta lube it. Where's my lubrication? There we go. Nice and greasy. Nice and greasy. Put a ring on it. Don't forget the lube. Okay. So we do that. We put the E-cast in already. So are we mounting this onto the motor already? Okay, so we got our motor. Okay. MR148, which is probably one of these guys. MR148. Obvious Bond Tech didn't learn from the pre-orders and their WordPresses. I mean, I can't comment on to their ability to, I don't know. Maybe they didn't expect this many people being up at this time on a Friday. I don't know. Just wait. You'll get it. Don't you worry. There we go. Oh, motor's got to go down. That's got to go down. Index issue? Well, no, they're available for like pre-order now. I mean, like you can put in your order to get them now, and their site is getting slammed apparently. So if you like Founders Edition or whatever, now is like, hey, they opened it up that if you can now like actually put your order in if you signed up for the Founders Edition, and the site is having a fun time apparently. So yeah. Okay. Planetary gear. Do we put the drive gear, install the custom gear, insert an MR148 bearing into the front body. Okay, so the drive gear, which is this big guy. I got the British flu. Maybe. I don't know. It's been like 2 weeks now since I got back from the UK, a week and a half, and I'm still stuffed up. Like, it's like I'm all stuffed up, but it's not like a runny nose or anything. It's like just phlegmy. Just I'm all phlegmy, and I don't like it. A dry cough. So does this, is there any space between that and that? It just kind of sits on it, I guess. Okay. And I can adjust it later if I need to. And then the front part gets another MR148. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, so we've installed the bearing in there. See it right there. And then that slides onto that, and then M335s. So that is that way. Which way do these wires go? Oh, they got wire channels. How am I supposed to run these? Oh my god. Yeah, just run these wires through these. No, those aren't even wire channels. Those are in. Okay, well, I'm assuming you're going to come out the bottom, because there's really nowhere else for you. And then you are going to come out there. Okay. And M335s. 30. 50. 40. Oh, now it's printing. 25, 16, 35, nope, 25, 30, 35, so there we go. Andrew Rogers gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew. Best way to support the channel, content create, and the things I do is to gift memberships or be a channel member. Okay, so upper and lower. Okay. There we go. So now we could probably line up this gear. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a lot of float. Okay. Did I put it on the right way? Yeah, no, it shows it being that way. You just gotta light it up. Actually, let me grab a good trick to help line up your drive gears is put a piece of filament through it. Let that line it up. There we go. And these set screws that come with the kit already have Loctite pre-applied. So. Rip Chuck Norris, yep. Baron's chat will never be the same. Baron's chat will never be the same without him. Hopefully that'll reach. Should reach. Okay. So we have that. Yeah, so then you shift that over. That lines up. Planetary gear can move forward, can it? Yeah, not really. Yeah. Alright. Wing assembly. Okay, I want to make another joke, but the tension was too high. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so we got the M115 and a pin. So, this. There we go. There you go. So we got a smooth idler on the one side. That goes in there. And then M320. Are you over 0? Actually, yeah, it's not too bad. It's really, yesterday was really nice, actually, in the afternoon. Today was it's kind of crappy out. It's 9 degrees, though, out. Oh, what's going on? I want to connect. Who are you? I don't know who you are. I'll look it up later. Bought a Seaboard Trident 350 kit when we have a base for a printer index purchase. Nice. That should be a pretty good option. We will be doing some stuff with my Trident before we upgrade it to index, because I will be putting index on my Trident. We have to wait for some stuff before I can do any upgrades on it. Because it's kind of like we have to do one thing and then we can put index on it. What is that one thing? You will see. And then we put that in there with the grub screw. And then we put the little knob on it. This is actually a really nice extruder. This is a nice little compact extruder. I like these simplified extruders. Well, that doesn't want to go in, that's why. 1 second. Can't get this stupid washer in there. Yeah, come on. There we go. You do not have a lot of tension to grab that. Does this screw need to be longer or something? What am I missing here? Yeah. Okay. And then this goes on. There we go. Voila, le wristwatch. Neat. Okay, so that's done. So back to that. Hello from Germany. Guten Abend. Guten Abend. M312s, hold it on. Okay, and then we got to put these standoffs on the back. So I'm assuming we need some standoffs. So let's put those on now. I saw some standoffs earlier. My shiny gold standoffs. My shiny gold brass standoffs. My gold le boo-boo. They're going to send me an index kit? Yeah. Bondtech is going to hook me up with an index kit. We will be building a kit. And the reason I didn't do any videos with them at Smurf is because I'm going to be doing a video with them at Printopia. Or Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. I wonder if BQ will come out with an index upgrade. Probably not. The problem is you won't see index or anything like that on a Bamboo machine because they lock their shit down too much. Bamboo locks everything down. They do not want anything on their printers that they do not approve. So having a competing system, why would they let index on the P2 when they can make you buy the Vortex system on the H2S? They don't want you buying the H2S and putting an index on it and not buying their H2C, right? So. One second here. My house just rumbled, and is it what I think it is? Oh, no, it was commercial. Yeah. Have other stuff. Yeah, they have the H2C. Buy the H2C. That is what Bamboo's cooking up, is the H2C. Okay, so you're gonna go there. Do I need to put any heat sets in? I do need to put heat sets in these. Let me heat this up. I'll put some heat sets in. Whew. The Panda add-on for the A1 to print chocolate on a coffee foam already causes a stir. Bamboo don't like that. Does somebody not like that BQ's doing that? I think it's pretty cool. Like, definitely not for me, but still over my cold. Dude, I've had this stupid head cold for like 2 weeks now. It just won't go away. It just, like, esophagus kind of burning, like, just kind of like dry, like shortness of breath, and just like, just stuffy nose. Just stuffy. I don't know what it is. It's like I've got the black lung. Or they can port it to Clipper to port what to Clipper? Oh, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. I don't see at all any reason why they shouldn't be able to port that chocolate thing to Clipper. Because it's Clipper. Clipper, you just tell it to do whatever and it'll do it. It's Clipper. The joys of Python-based open source firmware. This cold better be gone before got like what, 4 weeks until Rocky Mountain. When's Rocky Mountain again? Where's my calendar? Today's the 20th, so 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, 1 month until Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. So hopefully I'm feeling okay by then. Any other heat sets I gotta put in? No. From long COVID. I'm pretty sure I did get long COVID because I've been like dealing with like foggy brain for a while now. I've got the black lung. What am I printing in the background? Monolith parts. Well, actually, I've got the monolith parts printed. I'm printing parts for a V1.8 because we're going to be upgrading Toasty Boy to a monolith gantry and doing some other mods to it to make it a better, higher temp printer. There we go. So we got that on there. Who's going to Rocky Mountain? I am. Okay. So these attach with M312s, which I don't think I have out, so I'm gonna have to grab some from stock. M312s, there we go. Is there a monolith style 1515? I don't know. At this size, I don't think you're going to see too much of an improvement going to a monolith type gantry because they're already so small. It's already kind of stout as is. Whoa. Okay. Was I supposed to have the wire come up there? No. Okay. So this should just sit onto that. 12. Like, I'm putting the monolith gantry on mine. Wait, is that don't reach? M312. What's on the other side? Oh, M316 on the other side. M312 on one side, M3. That makes sense. Go. Oh, I might have screwed up some wires here. Oh, no, that actually goes right there. Okay. Okay, M316. Tulip is monolith for 1515. Okay, there you go. Look up the Tulip toolhead. Why is it called Tulip toolhead? Is it Dutch? There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to extend some wires. That's going to be annoying. There is definitely going to have to be some extending of some wires, unfortunately. Okay. So now I can mount my... You did it! Yatta! Okay. So now I need to get my toolhead board. Is anyone else going to see Project Hail Mary this weekend? Bought my tickets yesterday. I'm going to see it tomorrow. No IMAX, unfortunately. Sick. Yeah, I'm sick. But you guys, I can't not stream. What would you guys do without your thrice a week 3D printer building content? How would you survive? The book was great, dude. Okay, so I read the book in one day. My wife has a Kindle, like she has like Kindle Unlimited or whatever it is, or whatever I don't know. She has one of those little ebooks. And after the first trailer for the movie came out, I'm like, you know what? I should probably read the book, because I watched The Martian. I haven't read The Martian book, but I've watched the movie, and I'm like, the movie is good. But people are like, well, yeah, if you went into the movie after reading the book, you get a little bit more out of it, because you appreciate it a bit better. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll do that for this. So she's like, oh, I could just put it on my tablet. So she put it on her tablet. And then next thing I know, it was like 8 o'clock at night, because I just read the whole entire book in one day. It's not a long book. Like, you can read it in a day, if that's all you plan on doing that day. But I just got like, I'm like, oh, I'll just, start reading it. Next thing I know, it's 8 o'clock and I read the whole book. So, yeah. I liked it. I really liked it. So, okay, so let's start wiring this up. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of faffery too, because we have an extra little board that we have to attach somewhere. Where is my little extra board? Here it is. So we have this little extra board that we have to put somewhere, because this board right here, did I put the fangirls upside down? No, I don't think so. I did them right way. I think. Oh, those girls. No, they're upside down. These ones, I think they're upside down. Shh. It's engagement bait. You always have to do something wrong so that people point it out. Thanks for the 2 pounds. So we have to put this little board somewhere. This is the amplification board for the PZ Toolhead. So I got to figure out where to mount this. I mean, I could just, put it somewhere, but we got to figure out where to put this. And then I got to remember there's 3 wires for this, and I can't remember how it plugs in, because it uses a I think it's, yeah, I think it uses a probe port, so it's ground, positive, and then a signal. So I got to figure that out and repin it for that. Millennium video when? So if you are a channel supporter, a Patreon supporter, a channel member, YouTube member, or you find the Twitch channel and throw a Twitch Prime, or you're lucky and somebody gives you a membership, tomorrow's video will be out later this afternoon on the YouTube channel, and it is a video about the Muon. Next week will be the Millennium video. I asked yesterday during the Twitch stream, and people wanted the upside down Muon printer video, so that'll be this weekend. Next weekend will be the Millennium video. Will this fit under here? Might be able to fit that under there. I don't know. But that is something we gotta put in later. Okay. 5 volts for the PZ. Yeah, I know it's 5 volts for the PZ. And as you can see here, there's a jumper here. So I can go right in here and probe voltage is set for 24 and I want 5 volts. So we want 5 volts for the PZ. There we go. Voila. Gergman gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated, Gergman. You are the Gergman. Ah. I hate being sick. I hate being sick. 5 gifted subs to the one who to the person who cures the common cold in chat. All you gotta do is cure the common cold, you get 5 gifted subs. There's 5 more I get to watch. Cheers. If you get gifted a membership, make sure you you thank them. Okay. So let's plug in our heater. Hopefully these wires are long enough. Oh, this is stringy. Oh, this stuff is stringy. I gotta stop this print. This print looks like ass. Yeah, this print's got a pause. Cancel. Cancel print. Yeah, this filament is soaked. That filament is soaked. I can't in good conscience let this print finish. Oh yeah, this shit is oozing. It is oozing. NyQuil. Oh yeah, like normally I've been taking like just Tylenol, cold and sinus, but we're actually out. So I haven't taken anything today for this. And it's like I should probably like find something and take something. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is. Oh, I love making stuff fit. There we go. You go there. And you go there. Perfect. There we go. Got that in. That's a horrible camera angle for this. I mean, all we're doing is just plugging in stuff to the Toolhead board. Okay. Hot end fan. Hot end fan goes to hot end fan. Part fan. Which one is that RGB? Which one is this part hot end fan? Hot end fan is that 3-pin. Okay. And that is, oh man, I can't read. Well, hopefully the pinout's the same. And it should be 5 volts, or 24 volts, I believe. I believe all the fans are 24. Okay. Part cooling fan. Our fan 1 is right there. I do like how they have 2 part cooling fans and they're on opposite sides. Like it's... The design is very human and easy to use. If I can get it in there. There we go. End stops. Upper sensor is filament sensor. So I think we can only do the one because I need the probe. So where's my end stops? X end stop, we'll use that one. Because, yeah. Oh no, wait, yeah, filament sensor is the top one. Yeah, okay. So the upper sensor is this one. Hopefully it reaches. Oh, come on, reach. It doesn't reach. It doesn't reach. Oh, do you reach? You reach, you're the bottom one. Did I put the wrong one in the wrong place? I think I did. Should have put the... I think I should have put the... Shoot, do I take it apart to fix it? I gotta take it apart to fix it. Because either this wire won't reach, and this is the shorter wire, and the longer wire has plenty of extra, so I need to swap the two around. Because that, I can't get it to plug in. It'd be way too tight, yeah. Okay, so I gotta take that off. Okay, so you gotta come off. So, take it apart, swap it around, put it back together. Do it the right way, instead of faffing around with it. Do it the right way. Take 2 seconds to do anyways. I gotta unplug everything now. Unless I can be lazy. Can I just be lazy? Yeah, we're gonna be lazy. We're gonna be lazy. Somewhat lazy. There we go. Oh, I gotta take this stupid... Oh no! Oh no! Or no, I gotta get this off. Uh-oh. 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 I might have to reprint this. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, don't lose your balls when you take this apart. That would be bad. Don't lose your balls. Oh, don't tell me they're stripped. Oh, don't tell me they're stripped. That one's out. Yeah. I got it. Gotcha. Looking forward to replacing wooden fence posts. Dude, so many people in my neighborhood lost fences over the last week because of the storm and the crazy winds. We're lucky because we lost ours last year during a storm just like this. So our fence is already like semi-repaired and braced for the wind. So we managed to get through it, not too bad. But a lot of people in my neighborhood lost fences this weekend. Or last week. There we go. There we go. Double check, make sure it's good with a piece of filament. Click, click. click, click. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now I gotta put this back together. Okay, so that's that. Site is crashing for anyone else. Yeah, the everyone's like the site's getting slammed, from my understanding. Everyone's excited for Index. I mean, I am too. There we go. Okay, we're back where we were. So that one was an end, or sorry, that one right there is X end stop, so that'll be the bottom one, which is this guy. And then the top one. Hey, look, the cable's long enough to reach. Remember reach. There we go. Okay. Then we have our thermistor, which is not going to fit because that's too big. So I need to make this smaller. So our thermistor is going to need a little bit of adjustment because that is JST PH2s and we are too big for that. So it's everyone's favorite thing to do. Crimping and stripping. Five tools should fit on a V2 300. For Index? Oh, plenty of room. Dude, you can fit 4 tools on a V0. There we go. I'm hoping this is long enough to reach. Oh yeah, that'll reach. I just gotta... Oh man, that's gonna be annoying. Where are my wire strippers? There we go. Background music. Yeah, I'm using a different different playlists. I think these are them. Yep. My normal playlist was getting hit with some copyrights, so I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll go back to my other playlist for a bit. This music is giving me Mass Effect vibes. This is like, hey, I'm staring at the map in the Normandy vibes. We might have a problem here because the wires that I have this on might be too thick for these little pH connectors. Dang it, yep. Shoot. We might have to do some actual soldering. Scheiße. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of soldering, I think. Shoot, okay. Make it work. Make it work. How's the trip back from Smurf? I talked about it on the stream last week, but it was kind of like a little bit of everything because I got, I missed my connecting flight, got to spend an extra day in Amsterdam, which wasn't as cool as I'd hoped it would be because I was stuck at the hotel and there was like nothing to do at the hotel. So it took me like an extra day to get back, and I've been sick since I got back. So yeah, fun times. Ah. Okay. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Not that fun. Not that exciting, unfortunately. It was basically just sit at a hotel. Because by the time I got to the hotel, it kind of sucked. Like, if I had known that my flight was going to be delayed and everything, I would have planned a little bit better. Because I probably could have actually gone into, like, Amsterdam proper. Gone to, like, downtown or something. But, like, the problem is, I didn't realize that the hotel I was going to was in the middle of nowhere. So what ended up happening, or it wasn't in the middle of nowhere, but it was like in an industrial area by the airport. So there was nothing to do around there, and there was like no buses that went anywhere from there that were timely. So, because it was like a Monday, right? So if I had known, what I would have done is basically checked out of the airport right away, taken a bus downtown from the airport, and then like hung out in Amsterdam for the day, and then taken a bus from downtown to the hotel or an Uber or something. Instead, I took the shuttle bus from the airport to the hotel, lost an hour getting everything set up at the hotel, and then realized I couldn't go anywhere. And then by then it was like 5 o'clock. My dinner reservation at the hotel, which was an all-you-can-eat buffet with basically as much beer as you wanted to, which when you're stuck by yourself in a foreign country, hey, why not, was at 7:30. So it's like by the time I go anywhere, I'd have to come back for dinner, because it was a free dinner. It was like a 30 euro dinner. It was free plus like buffet all you can eat, right? So it's like shit. So I just hung out at the hotel and I went for a walk. That was fun. I went for a walk around like the little area nearby. It wasn't too bad. It was like a nice little area, but it was an industrial area. There was like nothing to do. Okay, so I got to cut this. Cut it here. Cut it there. And we got to solder on some extensions, so hopefully I can slide that off. There we go. There we go. Slide that off. Slide that off. Okay. How long were these wires? I should not have thrown those out. Go right about there. Right about there. That'll work. I could have ridden a bike. I could have, but I didn't. Like, if I had known my schedule would be a little bit, like, if I knew what exactly everything going into this, I would have planned it better. Because the actual original idea was I was going to buy, like, I keep forgetting that it's not Amsterdam that's Lego. It's the Netherlands, or Denmark that's Lego. So every time I land in, like, every time I go through Amsterdam, I'm like, oh, it's a Lego place. I'm like, no, wait, no, that's Copenhagen. That's Denmark. Not Amsterdam, not Netherlands. So the original plan was I was going to do a stream for the hotel room. I was just going to say, F it, buy like a Lego kit at the hotel, set up everything at the hotel, or buy a Lego kit at the airport, go to the hotel, set up the laptop and the webcam and everything. But then when I got to the hotel room, I realized I didn't have a charger or anything, because I didn't have a European charger. I brought my adapter for the UK, but I didn't bring my adapter for EU. So I didn't have anything in the hotel. Ran at like their little store that they sell the adapters. They didn't have any in stock, because probably everyone bought them up already. And it's like, oh, well, you can go back to the airport and buy one. And I'm like, well, I'm not going back to the airport and spending 25 euro on something that I have at home. So I basically didn't have any way to charge anything. And the power brick that I brought with me was the wrong power brick, because I have two big power bricks, but one's an older one, so it only does 5 volt 3 amp, and the other one does PD. The one with PD can keep my laptop going for like an extra like 4 hours, right? Because it's like a 145 watt hour PD one, and I forgot that one at home. I brought the wrong one, so it was like shit. So basically, like, a whole bunch of stuff that could go wrong went wrong. Hello there. So, yeah. I'm gonna put this back on. There we go. Okay. So we got the heat shrink. Okay. Let's get soldering iron out. Grab you. Grab you. Where's my solder at? I'm gonna need a power cable. There you are. I need an AT4 adapter. A4T? AT4. A4T? What are you plugged into? Nothing. Good. Super stuff. Oh, I am still bleh. I am still not feeling great. Okay, put that on. That on. The creeping crud. Yeah, I guess you can say I've got something like that. Okay, tin that wire up. Tin that wire up. Tin that wire. Tin that wire. One. Hot. I should probably grab it with something instead of my hands. There we go. There we go. Anyone else want a coffee? I'd go for a coffee. I could really go for a coffee right now. And give it a strip search or re-entry. You say the ticket mix up. Dude, okay, it was so annoying because, like, for those that don't know, I have pretty bad anxiety. I've got some pretty bad anxiety issues, and I've just always had them. So when it comes to traveling, I'm like super like anal about timings and like knowing where everything's at and knowing what's going on next. So like I'm always at the airport 3 hours early. I'm like, first thing I do when I get to an airport, I find my gate. If something goes off nominal, I do not have a good time. So trying to sleep when I know my ticket for my rebooked flight is effed up already and I have to go in early to fix it, and I'm paranoid about sleeping through my alarm. And so, like, long story short, the night that, like, I had to get up at like 6 in the morning for my flight. right? So I had to leave for the airport at 6. I was getting up at like 5:30. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm tossing, I'm turning. I finally fall asleep. 1:30 in the morning, my phone goes off, and it goes off like 8 times in a row. And I'm finally wake up, and I look at my phone. It's like 8 missed messages, and it's like ringing, and all I see is like US Gov. And I'm like, oh shit. So I answer it. I drop my phone while I'm answering it. I pick it back up. I'm like, hello? They're like, hello, is this Taylor Benoit? I'm like, well, the last name is Benoit, but okay, whatever. They're like, hey, where are you? I'm like, in a hotel in Amsterdam right now. Okay, because it shows here that you entered the US. And I'm like, I did not. I missed that flight. I don't know what to tell you. I'm in Amsterdam. I wish I was on that flight because I wouldn't be in Amsterdam and I'd be at home right now in my own bed. So he's like, well, the system shows that you were on that flight. I'm like, believe me, I wasn't. I can send you the picture of the plane backing away from the gate with me not on it if you want. He's like, will you be in tomorrow? I'm like, hopefully. He's like, okay, thanks, bye. And hangs up. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it takes me another 2 hours to fall back asleep after that. Because now I'm like, what the F's going on? So yeah, I did not sleep good at all. I did not have a good time. So, yeah. There we go. Okay, thermistor is plugged in. Those are in. Motor goes right here. Okay, so that's all plugged in. So now we do have to do a little bit of cable management, but I have to figure out how we're going to plug this in. So I got to pull up the PZ Probe board here. What time is it? Okay, I got half an hour left. Don't forget, at the end of stream, we're going to be doing a giveaway of a spool of filament from Polymaker. If you haven't entered for your chance to win, link in the video description. Enter now. The draw will be at around 1 o'clock. E3D PZ Probe. I gotta figure out the wiring for this. So this is a pretty cool thing. If you don't know what it is, it's the PZ probe. Don't exceed 5 volts. So it's a pretty cool little board. You can use it a bunch of different ways, but I use it the totally cheapy way, and I basically use it as just a standalone switch. So 3 wires, signal, ground, and a positive voltage. I'm assuming positive voltage is red and ground is brown, but I need to double check that. And you just set it up like a stupid little probe, and it allows you to use the nozzle for probing. So I need to find the pinout. Where is... Yeah. Where is the actual pin out? Yeah, so which one is signal, which one's ground? I'm assuming red is yeah, I need a... Where is... Okay, yeah, so ground is brown. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so we got to make up a little connector here. So it's already on like a bigger connector, so I'm gonna have to strip it down to smaller wires and whatnot. So, and then we plug it in, and then we have this ribbon cable here that comes off the probe that I plug into this, and then this board plugs into here, and you can push buttons to adjust like how sensitive it is. But essentially, you can use it in like a super fancy mode where it reads like readouts and actual pressure, and it can do science and math and shit. Or you can use it in dumb strong ugga dugga mode like I do, where it just turns into a limit switch. Because keep it simple, stupid. Oh, speaking of, today's Friday. Next Friday is the monthly community print stream. So if you don't know what that is, every month, the last Friday of the month, we do a stream, which is basically like a print and chill stream. But we hang out with the community and we show off community prints. So in the Discord, there's a channel called Look What I Printed. Join the Discord if you haven't, but join the Discord channel here called Look What I Printed. Post something in there. It's very open-ended. So basically anything tangibly 3D printed related, you built a printer, you printed something cool on a printer, you did some cosplay, props, whatever. Take a picture of it, write a little blurb, post it in here. You designed something that looks cool, share it. Cool. Like the whole point is basically just show off projects you've been working on. And the last Friday of the month, we go through that channel and we just kind of look at stuff and we just hang out and see what everyone's working on and just kind of have a little fun little community hangout stream. Hopefully get the ideas flowing. Less landfill, more actual fun prints. That's the idea. Yeah, F-117 parts. Yeah, I saw that. I shouldn't look at it, but I'm looking at it because I love the Nighthawk. Aerospace recently retired an F-117. The secret stealth coating has been removed along with the leading edges of the wings and nose cone. Oh, so you have to like reprint these body parts that were taken off. Ah! Ambrosia ASA. Nice. Aw. Too bad it's all getting painted over, eh? That's really cool. That's really cool that they're doing that. Yeah, they probably take it off because it's probably manufactured out of some material that they don't want people getting their hands on. It's like the poor F-14s. I think the F-14 is finally done. As sad as it is to say, I think the era of F-14s flying is finally over. For those that don't know, when Iran was controlled by the Shah, which was the American installed puppet government, they sold the Iranians F-14 Tomcats. And then obviously shit happened and there was the whole revolution and everything. So suddenly you have an enemy of the US flying Tomcats. Well, when the US retired the Tomcat in like 2006 or whatever, they were afraid that parts would get in the hands of the Iranians and they'd be able to upgrade and maintain their fleet. So they basically made it a rule that all airframes had to be destroyed and rendered non-flight worthy. So basically any F-14 you see is non-flying. You might see the shell of it, like they have the shell of it up, but there's no engines, there's no avionics. I don't even know if they kept operational units in the boneyard. So the only place in the world that you could see flying F-14s was the Iranians. And these were old machines. Like last I heard, like they had to lock the wings out. Like they couldn't do the swept wing anymore because it's just these machines are old. They don't have the maintenance. They don't have the spare parts. So they're just like, they needed to be put down, but it's still sad because it's like so much history with that airframe and they're just like, gotta scrub them. So that's a little sad. Except for museum samples. Well, that's the thing. Even the museum examples are unflight worthy. It's not like, you know, there's flying F4s, there's flying F-86s, there's flying World War II planes, right? There are civilian F-16s. There's probably going to be, you know, there will be flying examples of a lot of planes for years to come. But the F-14 will never fly again over like American soil, North American soil, because they had to basically destroy them all because they couldn't have the Iranians get their hands on them, which is really sad. Okay, so voltage at the bottom. We got voltage at the bottom. And then, oh wait, no, yeah, voltage at the bottom. Okay, probe in the middle, which is orange, and then ground at the top, yeah. At the top. Come on, get in your hole. There we go. Okay, so we have this. So this plugs into there. Okay, I did switch the voltage over. So now I need to figure out how to mount this. I mean, I could just, you know what? Yeah, we'll just do this. Yeah. So we have to open that up. Insert this. Okay, that's installed. That's locked. And then what I can do is I can just zip tie it to the frame here. I think that'll work. Yeah. Because I don't think yeah, that'll work. So that goes under here. That goes here. Oh, that's backwards. It's a ribbon cable, so you gotta be like stupidly cautious with it. Like I'm not doing right now. There we go. And then maybe I can just put a little self-tapper into, 1 second here, 1 second here. I know I have some itty bitty little self-tappers. Just gotta find them. Yeah, like even for those that don't know, even the F-117, even the current F-117s, they still have F-117s flying. They use them for OPFOR, and then they also have, 1 second here. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Because they've been using the F-117s to test like new coatings for stealth. So like this is an F-22 with some of the new coatings, and they've actually like been testing them on F-117s. So the U.S. Air Force still keeps F-117s airborne, and they use them for testing new stealth stuff. Like they use it as a test mule platform, but they also use it as OPFOR, because you need something that your Patriot guys and whatnot can test on. And unfortunately, American stealth is so much better than everyone else's stealth that you have to go 40 years back to find American stealth that's kind of on par on what Russia and China has. But then again, somebody yesterday managed to hit an F-35 out of the air. So, yeah, that happened. Okay, let me drill an itty bitty little hole here. Yeah, the Iranians managed to actually shoot an F-117 yesterday. Because fun fact about stealth, it makes it so radar can't see you, but you can still look out the window and see it. And thermal is apparently what they got him with. They hit him with the thermal. Like, oh, it's gonna be fun. There we go. Yeah, apparently they locked onto it with like a thermal missile, and it just followed the heat trail and hit it. Is the Discord public? My Discord? Type ! Discord. And it should show up. It's not fully public, like you can't search for it, because if I do that, the bots can find it easier, and Discord is really bad with bots lately. So I kind of have a, not quite hidden, but hidden Discord. There we go. I mean, it's not the Gucciest setup, but that should keep the wires out of the way. The engine heat over the wings, but the yeah, they're too small. They're too small to do properly. Like you're not getting rid of the heat of an engine that easily. Yeah, the IR. Okay, let's do some cable management and then we should wrap it up. Do a little cable management, make it look all pretty. And then do a little giveaway and have enjoy the rest of the stream. Is there supposed to be like okay, you go there. What am I supposed to zip tie all these to? And I could just kind of mush them in there. Still use the U2? Why wouldn't they? works. Like, yeah, it's old, but I mean, if you need something that could just loiter high up in an airspace where you don't need to worry about control, like Iranian airspace right now, where it's like, yeah, we pretty much control that shit, and you need something that just sit up there forever and take high quality instant images, why not? If it ain't broke. There we go. Make sure this all clears for sensorless homing. Yep, we're good there. Yeah, that's the other thing with stealth a lot of people don't seem to understand is it's the closer you get, the less it works. So like, yeah, far away, but like if it's like, you know how they shot down that F-117 during the whatchamacallit there? Oh, that hits. What is hitting there? What is hitting back here? Oh, that is. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that off. In Serbia, when they shot down that F-117, it basically boiled down to the pilots were all flying the exact same route every day at the exact same times. They got complacent. So the aircraft crew or the missile crew basically knew that the planes would be traveling through this area at this time because they were doing it every day. They just had to get a lock on them. And the thing with the F-117, when it's all buttoned up, it's pretty hard to get a lock on it. Like they kind of pop up for a second as like a bumblebee and disappear. But when they open the doors to drop their load, they suddenly pop up on radar. But the problem is when you turn your radar on to look for them, now all the growlers flying around and the wild weasels with harm missiles will see the radiation emitted by you and they're going to whack you. So what you have to do is basically like sit there, go, okay, I think they're there, turn it on. Do you see anything? No? Okay, turn it off. He did it once. They saw nothing. And he's like, let's try it again. Wait, turn it on. Oh shit, there it is, fire, boom. Because they just happened to turn it on like near the exact same time that the F-117 opened its bay. They got enough of a lock that they yeeted the missile, and as the missile got closer, it obviously could pick it up better and hit it. So it wasn't like, oh, they managed to defeat stealth. It's like, no, they just kind of like got a 1 in a million shot lucky at just the right time. So is there something supposed to go in here? Oh, there's supposed to be like a mount or something, but what is supposed to go in here? Downloads. Yeah, head. What is supposed to go between this area and this area? Let me see. Oh, man. Because I don't think I have this little printed guy. So is this supposed to be like a little support to keep it from wobbling, I think, that goes in the back? I think so. So the problem is this goes in here. So we got this little guy wedge that goes in here. And I think it's to prevent this from doing that. The problem is it hits this back here. So I can only put in like... Yeah, I can't even put it in because it'll hit. So I gotta cut it out. There we go. Yeah, now it clears. Now it clears. Okay. So I can put the other side in though. Actually, no, because if I put the other side in, it'll hit there. So I gotta clear that out too. That goes through there. There we go. Stable enough. Yeah, so now it actually clears. Yeah, now we can go all the way to the back. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we have the tool head built. So next stream, so we got the PC probe in. So you can see how we have the probe mounted right there. So next stream, we have to install our umbilical and the bed. And we got 5 minutes left before the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, we're going to be doing the giveaway in 5 minutes. The SR71. SR71 is Bay. Buy some gamer subs too. Use code Canuck. So well engineered. Well, it's just insane. And then the funny thing is they built it using Russian titanium. They opened up, the CIA opened up a bunch of fake businesses to buy titanium all over the world from Russia, and then they just routed it to America to build the SR71. Because the funny thing is, when you think of like equipment, what is new right now, you don't see. The F-22, the premier dogfighter in the world. So premier, the US still won't send it out to get a kill because they don't want their enemies knowing how good it really is. It was built in the 90s using 80s technology. The F-35, yeah, it's had, you know, these planes have had upgrades since they came out, obviously. But like, the F-35 was designed in the 90s. We're in 2026. So like, what is the shit they're designing right now that we won't see for 30 years? Like, if you're seeing it today, they were testing it 30 years ago when it comes to that stuff. The F-22 back in the 90s. Yep. Like, I remember watching a show on the whole, like, the X-plane contest when it was, like, the Boeing X-32 versus the X-35. I remember watching that. Okay. Where is the chart? I want to see. No, that's the gas prices. I'm really hoping that the US sorts out their whole TSA thing before Smurf, because like right now flying in the States because of the whole TSA not getting paid is. Wait, where's my boy? Yeah, DTW. Honestly, it is hilarious. For as much as people shit on Detroit, Detroit Airport is the GOAT. Detroit Airport is the GOAT. Best airport design in the world. You can't get lost. It's a straight line. One straight line with a tram that goes down the whole thing. It's new, it's clean, it's got Wi-Fi, it's easy to get to. Lots of relatively cheap parking outside of the airport. Never park at the airport itself. And 4-minute security delay. Meanwhile, you know, George Bush Intercontinental is $120. Atlanta 67 minutes. Oh. Yeah, Detroit DTW. Love that airport. Gas is 189. Oh, I know. I want to fight wars. I know. It is like so disappointing that we're in the cyberpunk future where like the government spies on all our technology and everything, and AI is taking all our jobs. Yet we don't get like crazy cybernetic legs and eye implants and shit. We're like, we have all the downsides of the cyberpunk future right now without any of the cool shit, and it sucks. ATX is ours. Oof. Denver ain't bad, so that's not bad. Although apparently they lost power the other day. Alright, we got 1 minute to the giveaway. So yeah, so next stream will be, we got the Toolhead built. I'll take some pictures of it, put it up on the Discord. So we'll put the bed in, we'll finish wiring everything up top to bottom, and then we'll move on from there. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow on stream, because tomorrow's Saturday and my birthday is on Sunday. So I don't know what we're doing on stream tomorrow, but we'll figure something out. Might do a faff around. I've got to install. I got to do a video on installing Clipper on an x86 computer. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow on stream. The SU Felon. The Felon is a non-starter. The SU whatever is, the Felon is a complete non-starter, because even if it is a competent stealth aircraft, the Ruskies have 12 of them. The Ruskies have 12. Meanwhile, the US and its allies have over 1,200 F-35s. 12 planes is not enough in any modern conflict. Yeah, they might have, they might actually be somewhat okay at stealth, but they have 12. If they have 12 active. Like, there's a reason they don't actually field them in Ukraine. The most that they use the Su-57s for is lobbing long-range cruise missiles from friendly territory. There's a reason you don't see them in Ukraine. I got a feeling a Patriot system would eat it for lunch. Oh, the Armada. Oh god, that joke of a tank. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. And hopefully I can talk tomorrow. All I need to know is, as long as World War III doesn't break out between now and about 3 p.m. tomorrow, I'm happy. Anytime after that, F it. But as long as we make it to at least 4 p.m. tomorrow. At least 4 p.m. tomorrow. Beyond that, whatever. But I need to watch Project Hail Mary before the world ends. It has nukes. Yeah, I know. That's the only reason. Like, remember, Russia has a smaller GDP than, like, Spain. Like, they have nukes and willing to do human wave attacks. That's all they got. They've been fighting in Ukraine for, what, 4 years now? And they still can't do anything? Come on. Consume media, I know. The Abrams X. I've seen some videos of it. It looks... the problem is, there's a reason... I watched the thing. The reason, like, Western tanks, there hasn't been any new ones in a while, is because we haven't needed them. Like, nobody has tanks that can compete with, like, the Abrams. And the problem is, with drone warfare, everything's changing so fast. You kind of don't want to go all in on a design right now when it, you know... It might not be, you know, this one right here, you look lonely. So how this works is, if you win, you get a free spool of filament from Polymaker, but whoever this is right here, you look lonely. If you win, you get a free hat. Muti, if you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament. Good luck. Is all but, no, tank warfare is not obsolete. Tank warfare is nowhere near obsolete. Because guess what? The moment you could put a laser on a tank that has an AI system that'll target drones, tanks are back in the game. And guess what? Those systems exist. If you don't think that, like, Western powers have been learning how to deal with drones for the past, you know, 5 years and have systems in place, you're kind of Like even right now, drone warfare has changed dramatically. Like they're down to like basically only fiber optic drones are viable right now. And apparently you can take out fiber optic drones by just blasting lasers at the fiber lines themselves because it screws up the data transmission. Like it basically only kind of works in Ukraine because of the type of war Ukraine is. Like, yeah, they will always be a kind of a threat, but like, it's like every time a new technology comes out, there's a period where everyone's like, oh, this changes war forever. And then a couple years later, everyone figures out a counter to it, right? That happens all the time, right? New tech comes out. There's a couple years where everyone's like, oh my God, this is the end of war as we know it. And then somebody figures out a counter to it. And then war just goes back to being war. Can't target drones reliably. They can't. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh, Barry's going to win. Barry won! The problem with the American anti-drone is basically throw money at the problem, which isn't viable when you're throwing, you know, $1 million missiles at $30,000 Shaheeds. Then just go to lasers. The US just doesn't care right now. Barry568, congratulations on winning. You'll get an email from me after. Yeah, like I seen a thing where like a bunch of Ukrainians that are helping some Gulf states right now are like, what the hell are you guys doing throwing these pack missiles from the Patriot system at Shaheeds? And they're like, well, that's all we got. It's like, oh my God, you guys are wasting so much money. Barry won! And let's be honest, while there has been a couple lucky hits on American and allied equipment in the region, nothing Iran has done fighting back has basically dented any sort of America's, you know, ability to project power. Like, yeah, they've taken out a few systems. Unfortunately, some people have lost their lives, but it's like nothing they have done has actually kind of stymied the onslaught they're seeing. They're basically just like, they're doing a death blossom going, we know we can't win, but we might be able to make it so you can't win either by basically pissing off everyone around us and crashing the world economy. That's like their only game. Is like, well, if you know, we just kind of take everything down and no one's able to buy gas anymore, you might leave us alone. Because they can't put boots on the ground. They cannot put boots on the ground. And no country has ever had a revolution from a foreign power just flying overhead and bombing them. So, microwave, direct energy weapons. Oh yeah, there is ways to counter drones that are relatively cheap. The Brits have been working on lasers and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure every Raytheon and all them are basically using Ukraine as a testing ground for all this shit anyways. Combined, well, Russia kind of assumed that like they would show up, the government would collapse, and they would be able to roll in and put in their puppets, and that ain't working. That ain't working. The CWIS. CWISs are cool. CRAMs are cool too. Well, you're thinking of a CRAM. CWIS is on the ship. CRAM is on land. Counter rocket artillery and mortar system. And unfortunately, all the Gulf states are like saying you can't share video, so we're not getting. There's a couple videos of some Shaheeds getting shredded by CRAMs, and it's pretty cool to watch. Why can't you do boots on the ground? We've all seen video out of the Ukraine conflict where Ukrainian and Russian troops are sending drones at each other. How do you think it's going to fare on American nightly news the first time a couple good old boys from southern Kentucky are chased down by a couple of FPV drones, and that's broadcast on the internet? How do you think that's going to go over with the American public? We've all seen the videos out of Ukraine and from Russia and what drones do to people. We've all seen those videos. How do you think that's going to air well on American nightly news when it's some good old boys from Kentucky? They don't want that heat. They don't want that heat. They don't want to deal with that. You think Vietnam was bad? You think Vietnam was bad? Anyways, okay, that's going into a topic that I'm sure some people don't want me to go down. So we'll end it there. Quagmire, giggity giggity. Why did I say that? So we're going to end it there. This is coming along really good. I'm really liking the look of this. Like, I am really digging the colors we went with this. I think the plum pink with the dark accents really is really showing off this printer. I'm really digging the colors on this. So we will continue with this. Maybe tomorrow, if not next Tuesday. We'll get the bed installed. We'll start wiring things up, and then on to programming and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so again, shout out to LDO Motors for providing the kit for this build series. If you are interested in getting a Micron kit or anything else that LDO provides, I do have a link in the video description below to the LDO resellers page. Purchase it from whatever one is closest to you, or you prefer your preferred LDO reseller. Also, shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links to all of them and more in the video description. While you're down there, don't forget, some of them use code Canuck, save some money like gamer subs. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I'm gonna go chug a bottle of NyQuil and pass out because I would like to be able to breathe. So I will see you all in the future. Enjoy your weekend, be safe out there, wash your hands. And tomorrow stream, we're probably gonna talk about Project Hail Mary for a bit because I'm seeing that tomorrow morning and I can't wait. Okay, goodbye, enjoy your... I'm good. Okay, goodbye.